Hey kitty cats. So today I am going to do this mask. It's the Dull and Pigmented Skin Vitamin C Velvet Mask from BRTC. Yeah, so, and I'm doing Mask Monday today, even though it's Sunday, but second day of Vlogmas, I decided to do this. Mostly because most of the day I've not felt well. I don't know what's going on with me, but I was having a hard time breathing, like in my chest. And then I'm fine for a while, so I may have to talk to the doctor this week. I don't know. I haven't had something like this happen in years. When it did, they had to put me like on a inhaler that was steroids or whatever. So all I need is more steroids. Seems like that's something that's always happening to me. I'm looking for directions. I'm not finding any. Oh, they're there. Blah, blah, blah. Place sheet mask on face. Remove the mask after 10-20 minutes. Just the usual instructions. So, okay. This one seems to have a good amount of serum, but not so much that it's going to drip all over me. We know how I feel about that. I've never before had a mask like that, and maybe some people would like that. I like a mask with lots of serum in it, but that was crazy. Like, if it's dripping into your eyes, in my opinion, that's not good, because it was stinging my eyes. And when something's stinging your eyes, you know, I don't think that's good, the amount of serum that they had on that. Shouldn't be so much that it's dripping all over you. Anyways, now this one's nice. Like, there's serum, extra serum. But it's not dripping. Put my glasses back on. They look so funny. It's one of the fun, it's kind of fun to wear these. It's like, Arr. Anyways, you can see my psoriasis is getting kind of, I don't know. They keep trying new medications for it and stuff, and they always want to go back to the Humira, and the Humira works, but the problem is that I end up getting really sick. But you know what? I'm getting sick all the time anyways, so I don't know what to think. Autoimmune disorders suck. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to sit here and talk about my psoriasis again, because I think I talk about my illnesses like way too much. I want you guys to know about them, but I don't want to talk about it every single time I'm on here. So anyways, I'm going to talk about the holidays. You guys know that I was looking for a tree. I did find one on Amazon, but I'm holding off like getting it, because it's like over twice the amount of money. So I'm going to check all these again on Wednesday. And if they don't have it then I'm going to order it online. That's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. And if you are on Prime, I'll be here in a couple days. So we'll see what I do. Yeah. So, anyways, or I'll look around on other websites as well. But I like this mask. It's very comfortable. I think things with vitamin C are really good for me, because I have like lots of pigmentation, especially my cheeks, and some people say that's good. They're like, ooh, but it's like, yeah, it's a little too red. Like, kind of crazy red in my cheeks. Anywho, let me think. What do I want to talk about? I'm having trouble thinking of stuff to talk about for some reason. I am going to do the mini pumpkin cheesecakes. And you'll get to see that. And I'm probably gonna make gingerbread cookies too, because my daughter wants gingerbread cookies for our little party. Our party is gonna be on the 15th, so you'll probably see like brain just fell out. You will probably see stuff from the party like the next day. This week, this Wednesday, I'm going to a macaroni and cheese contest. This is kind of a thing with me. My macaroni and cheese has won 2 prizes in the past. I won for it once back when I lived in Massachusetts, and then when here, gosh, it was probably about 8 years ago or more, I'm not sure, excuse me, that I won it here at this bar. And the bar is no longer existing, but the owner owns another bar. He had owned 2 bars, so he decided he was going to do another contest, and he didn't even mention that I was like the reigning champion, and he said it didn't count because that was from the other bar. I'm really like, cool, man. And he says I have to do it all over again, and I'm going to. It's gonna kind of suck though, because I don't go to the bar that often anymore, and I'm not feeling the greatest. But I don't care. I'm going there with my macaroni and cheese, and I'm gonna sit there until I win. How it's done is there's no like judges exactly, that everybody gets to taste, and that's there. They can taste all the different ones, and then you like decide which one you like, and you like write that down or whatever. And then they count it up. And I make amazing macaroni and cheese. And no, I'm not gonna make that for you guys. Sorry, but it's like secret. I only know a couple people that know how to make my macaroni and cheese. And I've actually tweaked the recipe even more since then. So yeah, it's a big deal. My macaroni and cheese is fantastic. It really is. So I think I was bleeding a little bit here. I don't know. My skin's like super sensitive with the psoriasis and stuff. Yeah, so there's a thing. And also, so yeah, I'll be doing macaroni and cheese this week, and then on the 15th I have my party. So there's gonna be stuff going on that you guys will get to see. I am hoping to tape at the party, and I am hoping to tape at the macaroni and cheese contest, but I don't know if I'll be able to, because some people might not want me taping, but I don't think it will be a big deal. But I'd like to go around and talk to the other contestants and ask them why they think their macaroni and cheese is the best, and just have a little fun with it. But we'll see if the owner, I don't think the owner will have a problem with me taping in there. It shouldn't be a problem. But you never know, sometimes somebody doesn't want like to be videotaped and they get upset, and then I have to like put it away. I've only had that happen like once, but I know other people who do YouTube that have had issues where they're in a store and somebody complains and so forth, or they're at a party and somebody complains. Because some people don't want to be videotaped and they're freaked out about it for whatever reason. It always makes me suspicious though when they are. It's like, oh, are you a criminal? Are you on the run from the law? I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. I'm very suspicious. I've watched too much TV. That's the problem. Anyhow, so there's that. I still have to do my Christmas wish list for you guys. of things that I want for Christmas that I probably will not be getting because we are so broke. I have managed to get my daughter a few things, and that's a pretty big deal because we have like no money. I was able to scrimp aside and get her a few things, which was really important to me. I'm having the party for my friends because that's basically my gift to them. If they can't make it, I'm sorry, but I usually make tons and tons of cookies and give everybody a mixture of cookies, but I can't do that this year. It's too expensive and it's a lot of work, and between the two of it, it just can't happen this year. But yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's hard when you know, I've had other Christmases. There was one year I was living off of $450 a month and my rent was $400, and this was with my daughter. We did get food stamps at the time. It was right after I left my husband, so it was a little rough. She did go to see him on the weekends, but otherwise she was at home with me, and it was kind of rough, because we were living for food. We had the food stamps, but otherwise we didn't really have any money because I couldn't pay the electric bill, and I had lost a job that I had. I was working at this hot dog place, and I kept getting feeling super sick, and I didn't know why. My heart would start beating, and then I would feel nauseous, and I'd have to go to the bathroom, and I would throw up. And then they would send me home, and this was happening so much that the owner's wife, she had a videotape thing. She watched us employees from home, and she told the manager that I was fired because it happened too often. So yeah, I was fired, and nobody even told me I was fired. Really, I called to find out about my schedule, and she was like, yeah, you're not on the schedule because you're fired. I was like, oh, okay, that's just great. So that was a loss of money, and so we had very little money. I had some money coming in, but yeah, the money I had coming in was just $400 a month, and I mean $450 a month. My rent was $400, which was super cheap. Even at that time, it was super cheap. It was kind of a rundown apartment. It was a very big apartment though, but it was run down, and it was not well insulated, which my heating bill was insane, and I couldn't pay for that either. They couldn't, because the heating was electric and gas, they couldn't shut me off, because I had a child, with cystic fibrosis, but the bill just kept getting higher, and it was just, and heating assistants would come in and pay for part of it, but then it would just keep getting higher again. So it was insane. It was a bad time in my life in many ways. It was right around the time though that I had first met John, so I had that. But the beginning of our relationship was very kind of crazy. Well, no, not the beginning. Towards the middle, it got crazy. And then we broke up for a while and then got back together. But yeah, it was hard back then. And then a friend of mine that had no place to go lived with us, and he didn't have any money either. So we were all just we had nothing. And it was really harsh. Very, very harsh. But we made it through. And it isn't that bad right now. But I also don't have rent that's cheap. So it kind of is that bad. Like, we have just enough to pay for things. And we do have, you know, I mean, I was able to buy a candle and wax melts and stuff. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's close. It's close to that feeling, but not quite there. But I'm okay. And my daughter is okay. And we do have a roof over our head. And I get super anxious because I lived that life once where we had like nothing. And I don't want to be there again. But we're making do. I get a lot of help from a lot of places. And I'm very lucky in that I'm able to get help for things that I need or that my daughter needs. Because I know that lots of people don't have that they don't get any help. There are places in this country where there's nothing, and I've even talked to people who really, it amazes me how little some areas have help. I live in an area that there's a lot of different ways to get help, and even then it's not enough. My friend is a social worker, and I hear about it pretty often, how hard things are. In fact, at one time I wanted to go to school so that I could become a social worker. I wanted to get a degree, and I joked about it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a degree so I can tell people, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Because I feel like that really is something that you say a lot when you're a social worker. Not because you don't want to help them, but because there's nothing there for them to be able to help you with. It's hard. So I try to be understanding when I have to deal with social workers at all, because it is not an easy job to do. Anyways, yay, it's almost time to take this off. We'll give it a few more minutes. It's been feeling really nice. I like this one so far. Most sheet masks are at least moisturizing, but I have had some that don't have any serum in it. It's like a joke. And then of course the last one had so much serum in it I couldn't wear it. Because it was, I would have kept wearing it, except that it was dripping into my eyes. And that just didn't work for me. It also wasn't made for my face. It was made for like somebody who had a very small face. Not made for somebody with a big face like mine. In fact, I almost gave the other one away to one of my daughter's friends because she has a very small face, but then she didn't take it. I think even she was like, yeah, no, I don't want that much serum. And I know, you'd think that you would want that much serum, but you don't understand how bad it was. It really, really was dripping everywhere, and it was just a mess. I mean, I was rubbing it into my arms, my chest, and everything, and it still was dripping crazy amounts. It was really bad. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna take this off. Right? No. Throw that in the trash. It's behind me. And then I'm just gonna, yeah, this is a good amount of serum, but see, it stays in its place. It wasn't dripping. Like, that stuff was dripping. Sorry if you just saw up my nose. I need a tripod that's just slightly higher than the one I have. Okay. I'm supposed to pat it in, really, but I sort of rub it in instead. I know. Anyways, so there you go. That's the conversation we are having today, and I hope you enjoy this video. And always remember to be kind, even when you want to slap them in the face, or knock them out, or whatever. Just try to be kind. Okay? Bye-bye, kitty cats.